At this stage in my career, I get used to being wired up. I'm going to speak to the youth here. There's a few youth and a few of you that have been past youth. But nevertheless, um, it should ring to all of you. So this is just a message for youth, but you can go back and kick the can again and be young. It's interesting because in our school of Chan Buddhism, there is one bodhisattva, great wise person, that his name is Manjusri, and he's known for wisdom. He represents wisdom. And our bodhisattvas, they are not deities. They are what we intrinsically have within us. And what Buddhism is it draws out what you already have. This spirit, this what you refer to as the divine, I refer to as mind, but it's the same. It is this pureness of this mind or the divine. And so the point with Manjusri is referred to as the youthful Manjusri. So to see that those of you who are young, you understand that the wisdom starts very early in your life. Oftentimes, children, and you've seen them, they are very short in terms of their attention span. They are, if you try to take away their game, it's like trying to take a stopper out of a baby. And it's difficult. And that they want to keep themselves amused all the time. Little do they know when they get to 18 how much they're going to have to work for that game. The other night, I was doing a shaman repentance practice. And for those that are young, shaman repentance, you'll get there. But it is when you look at things that you've done in your life that are wrong, harmful to others, and you, through this introspection, you honestly see it, not just from you, but from the eyes of the person that you've caused harm to. And when I was looking, the most grievous things that I did in my life was when I was young and ignorant, cruel, greedy, whatever it is, a smart aleck, a quick tongue, all these things that in this life now I wish I could call back, but I can't. But I'm speaking to all of you and the youthful ones of you. When I say you're all useful, you can go back, you can look at these things and rectify them through shame and repentance practice and say, I will not repeat this, and I will stand as a beacon to others to show them, to demonstrate mine, to demonstrate faith in the divine through my body, my speech, and my mind. To the young ones, I mention this for you to be careful. Careful of what you do, what you say, what you think. Don't think that it doesn't come as at a cost. Unfortunately, we don't realize that the cost is not to us, but those who we've caused suffering to. And the only thing we can do when you get to my age is just have remorse for what we did. Mark Twain had a very good saying. He said that life would be much easier if we began at 80 and worked our way backwards. I only wish I could do that. to have that kind of a wisdom when I was very, very young. I would not have to spend so much time on shame and repentance practices now. But it is in this way. And also for those who are young, be mindful that your parents, your grandparents have already been through this, and they can they can offer you great advice. And so you have to have the trust in them as well, to listen. One of the most important things, irregardless of whatever age we are, is that we have to listen. I kind of use this as an example. Anytime you're talking to somebody, let's say in a heated discussion, and the person has their finger up like this, they're not listening. They're waiting for they're only looking at your mouth to stop so that they can point at you. So this is not listening. But when we listen with our whole divine. We listen with our ears, our eyes, everything about it, the emotions that are being emoted. And we make a decision from that listening what to say, do, or think next. And then I offer this also of the youthful here and those who are more sagacious, that there was a saying that was very important. It began to change my life. And that was that in reflecting in my life, I often regret what I said, but I rarely regret what I didn't say. You see, we are not too different. To hold the tongue is sometimes better. And so these are just things for us to use, whether we're young or we're young at heart. It still matters. It still changes, irregardless of what age you are. These are words that can benefit what we refer to as the environment. What is the environment? This is the environment. I say this with extending the heart for you to listen. And when I go wherever I go, that's the environment. I am mindful of the global environment as well. All of these things is where we demonstrate our faith. So for those who are young, this is the way that you should practice. Care for others. Don't just think about yourself and your self pleasures. Truly begin to practice. See the world as others see you in the world. To see, maybe you could do a little bit better. If you see things in this way, it will help you a lot in guiding you in your life. So this is my message to the youth. Thank you all.